How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, and I really do appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. While I was in a hospital, a federal judge on Wednesday struck down the ATF pistol brace rule. And when I watched people's videos about it and read some of the comments, a lot of people were asking, can they now put their braces back on their pistols? Before I get further into the video, I did a couple of posts on YouTube a couple of days ago saying that I was in the hospital. And I spent a little bit over 3 days in the hospital. And some of those days were in the intensive care. So real quick, I want to let you guys know what happened, especially the ones that didn't read the post. About 4 days ago, sometime after midnight, I was getting ready to go to bed. And all of a sudden my start started going real crazy. And then it felt like somebody doubled up their fist and punched me dead in the middle of the chest. It was hurt so bad. And then came the shortness of breath. And luckily I live with my daughter and her family. And I called her from my room and told her that I need to go to the hospital, that I thought I was having a heart attack. So of course they took me in right away, did all these tests and everything, including a CT scan. And the CT scan showed that I had quite a few blood clots in my lungs. And then they rushed me up to intensive care, where I was shown the CT scan, and I had a hard time seeing them, but there was blood clots. But luckily it wasn't a heart attack, but the reason I was having so much pain in the middle of my chest, it was one of those large blood clots that was traveling through my pulmonary artery. And I was told that I was very lucky, because a lot of times that can block the artery and it can put you 6 foot under. And of course immediately they put me on blood thinners, which most likely I'll be on for the rest of my life. One question a lot of people had, that people wanted to know after I posted what happened, was that did I ever get the jab? Because that's one thing that can happen, people can get blood clots. And I answered a lot of people individually, but there was just so many people asking that question. And the answer is hell no. I'm not anti-vax. If people want to get it, get it. But for myself, I would never get it. This is actually hereditary. My mom had the same thing. She had bad circulation in her legs. I had bad circulation in my legs. In her 70s, she had a massive blood clot in her lung. Unfortunately, I'm 60, and now I'm getting them. And what's happening, they're forming in my legs, and they work their way up through the bloodstream and get into the lungs. But let me tell you, I feel much better than I did that first night. So of course I have to see a lot of doctors and keep up these appointments and take this medication. But one thing I really do want to say is I appreciate all the well wishes. There was hundreds of them after I did those 2 posts. And it really does help out, and I really do appreciate it. And as always, I appreciate you guys' support with the channel. Before I answer the question, can you now put your pistol braces back on your pistols? Let's go over what happened Wednesday. On Wednesday, U.S. District Court Judge Matthew Kacsmaryk blocked the ATF from enforcing its ban on pistols equipped with stabilizing braces, calling the agency's new rule unlawful. The judge said in his ruling, public safety concerns must be addressed in ways that are lawful. And I love how simply he worded it. This rule is not. The 9-page decision is the latest to challenge the ATF over its rule requiring millions of owners of brace pistols to register their firearms. And of course, people, if they wanted to, could have registered them as SBRs for free, but after that had to pay a $200 tax stamp. And if not, you could face 10 years in jail. And the judge's decision is the most sweeping decision because it covers the whole country. In previous decisions, people who were members of Gun Owners of America or groups like it were exempt from the rule. At issue is the ATF rule issued earlier this year to ban the braces on pistols. The ATF claims it turns a pistol into a dangerous short barrel rifle, and supporters have cited how the weapons have been used in a handful of mass shootings. However, years before the ban, the ATF allowed the braces to be sold, and they had become so common that some estimate 40 million or more are in circulation, making pistols with braces one of the most commonly held firearms in the nation. So like I said earlier in the video, after watching numerous videos about this subject and reading what Gun Owners of America and other gun groups have posted online, and reading the comments and quite a few people still asking, is it now legal to put a brace on your pistol? Before I answer the question, I just want to let everybody know I am not a lawyer. And I do recommend everybody go read the 9-page decision. According to what I read, yes, you can now put your braces back on your pistols. You can now recover them from the bottom of the lake because you had a boating accident when you were transporting them on your boat. You can have your Aunt Jenny, who you sent your pistol braces to, after you followed the rules and took them off your pistols and sent them to her, she can now send them back. You can have a pistol brace, you can have a pistol brace, everybody gets a pistol brace. But inevitably, this case is going to have to go to the Supreme Court so we can get a final rule and put all this crap to bed. All this, yes, you can have the brace, no, you can't have the brace, only certain people can have the brace. It's just way too freaking much. So enjoy them if you got them. But right now, it's great news, so celebrate it. And once again, I appreciate everybody's support and everybody's well wishes. And if you're new to the channel, and if you want to support the channel and help it grow, all you have to do is like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. I really would appreciate it. And I invite everybody back to see my next video.